ಹೊಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಕ್ಕೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ. ಹಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಟೋಟಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಟಪ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಮಗುನ ಏಜೆನ್ಸಿಯಿಂದ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮನೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಎಂಟೈರ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆ ಮಗುಗೆ. ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಕ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೊಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದ್ ಕಾರಣ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಕಾರಣ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಮಗು ಜೊತೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಮಾಧಾನದಿಂದ ವರ್ತಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ವಿಪರೀತಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಆಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಸಮಾಧಾನ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ವಿಷಯನ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ತರ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕೇ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ತರ ವಾತಾವರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಎಕ್ಸಲೆಂಟ್. ಸಮಯ ಅನ್ನೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲ ಇರೋ ಜನಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ. So now it's typical to Indian context, Mrs. Radha Nagesh and Dr. Aloma. So now what happens is, so it's not just the parents or the immediate family, it's also largely the neighbors and the friend circle who pose a major challenge. So because essentially in the Indian system we are always used to not telling the child about the fact that they're adopted. Now coming to terms with the fact that we have to tell them, ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಮಗು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆ ವಿಷಯ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಯಾವ ಏಜ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು?
Actually, in my book, the child has a right to know, and the parents have a responsibility and a duty to inform the child. And I think there is no such thing as the right age to tell the child that he or she is adopted. I think if we give the same value to biology as to adoption, both are equal in our minds, and both are equal weighted in the way the children came into our family, you have no problem telling your child right from the start that he's adopted. Our own children were always told, we always spoke about when you came home, when the boys were born, we have 3 biological children as well. When the boys were born, when you came into our home, when you were adopted. And I acknowledge the fact that at the start, children don't understand what adoption totally means. But you're programming them up to this point when they do understand what reproduction is all about. And children today are going to be told somewhere or by someone that they're adopted. Now, I do believe that there are relatives and there are friends and there are people on the playground who might be pass adverse remarks. And my point always is you cannot change the world. But if you communicate adequately with your children, if you give their children the love and the self-confidence, they're able to deal with almost every situation. I know that very clearly. You cannot change the world, but you can help your children to deal with the world. The world is not going to change for us. But you must tell your child that he or she is adopted. I believe it's a growing process. Right from the start, you grow with your child with the knowledge of adoption. Radha?
Absolutely. It's a very simple lesson from the school. We have all gone through that. Each one of them who are watching us today. You don't score good marks in school. You come back. I'm talking about our childhood. You come back home. You're worried that your parents are going to scold you. And then what does the child do? The child writes in front of 0, writes 1 and says, "Oh, I got 10 out of 10." What I'm trying to say is, and what is the reaction of your mother? The mother says, "Don't lie to me." The first reaction is, "Don't lie to me." Where is that coming from? We all as children, we have gone through that. Where is that coming from? Because I am that safe person. I am that safe adult to whom you can be just plain like a slate. So don't lie to me. This is how we bring up our children. And as parents, the biggest lie that you join, through adoption, that is how you join this family. We hide it from them. It's never going to work out. The trust is broken completely the day the child realizes, the day the child comes to know, like you mentioned, from the neighbors, from the extended family, from anybody, that you were adopted, you were not born to this woman, you were not in this woman's tummy. Where did I come from? So you lied to me. What are we trying to teach our children? My humble advice or humble request to all the parents to be and adoptive parents who are watching today. This is the most difficult thing to do, to let your child know that, he or she was adopted. But once you do that, life is simply jingalala. Life is different. Life is amazing. Life is just beautiful. Your relationship becomes stronger. What are we doing? The trust. We are helping the child build that trust, make it even more stronger. And why is that important? The very adults in these children's lives, for whatever reason they were left, maybe they could help the situation. But for the child, you broke my trust. You left me. You rejected me. You left me to get adopted, whether it was a conscious decision, whether it was a situation, whatever. But we as adoptive parents need to work even more harder to bring back that trust so that these children grow up as fantastic citizens of tomorrow. Our children, yes, but they are going to grow up as fantastic citizens of tomorrow. So that is that little hard work for adoptive parents. And adoption is forever. It is not that the child comes, you work with the child, and 2 months, 3 months, expect the child to adjust to your family. No, it's not possible. You have to adjust to the child every minute.
Ma'am, thank you so much. Can we just pause for a moment? I'm just